You're listening to another episode of Mr. Allard's Neighborhood. This is the place where you're entitled to Brad's opinion. And now for your host, the one and only Brad Allard.
One and only, huh? Well, let's... Yeah. We'll go with that. Yeah, we'll do some. So, Taylor is back from the wilds of Tennessee. How was Pigeon Forge?
It was Pigeon Forge. It was awesome.
It's awesome. Beautiful
We played
country.
with bears.
Played with bears. That's a...
No, I kept my distance, like 5 feet. But
Okay.
there was a giant bear.
So what do you do in Pigeon Forge? Just sit there and look at the trees or what?
Pretty much. Just a getaway.
Yeah. Oh, and with family, that's even more fun.
Yes, it was the best.
Yeah, it's it's best.
I love my family.
Well, yes, we all love our families, but 3 days, it's like, well, it's time to go home now.
Try 7 days. It was a lot of fun. I had a good time.
Well, today we have Gabrina Solis Daniels. All right, we're going to make sure we get that right now. She's now going by her married name, Gabrina Daniels. So we'll all have to make the adjustments on our Facebooks and all this other stuff, And so when did this happen?
Well, we've been together a while, and he actually surprised me for my birthday last year. I planned a 50th birthday party for myself and just got my family to come in. And he had a friend of ours, Todd Massey, who's ordained, come in, and that was my birthday present. And I just kind of looked at him because I thought, everybody was singing happy birthday. And I thought, why are you crying? And I look over, and then I look up, and here comes Todd with the Bible. And I'm like, oh my gosh, are we doing this? Are we doing this right now? Right now? So yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. So it was, it was perfect. I mean, I didn't have to plan anything other than the birthday party. And, I didn't have to worry about what dress I was going to wear, what we were going to serve, what time, where, the flowers.
Yes.
It was perfect.
Well, that's the good kind of wedding. I mean, it's God forbid I have to have another one because I've been married. Our anniversary with my wife is 34 years as of last Saturday, a week ago Saturday, May 28th. Yeah, and but first of all, I'll never get remarried. And because once Robin is at the pinnacle of wives, I don't want to, be disappointed with number 2. But anyway, it's a lot of hassle. My daughter got married about 2.5 years ago, and I was just on the fringes of it, and it's still a lot of hassle.
It's stressful.
Yeah. So you did it the right way.
Oh yeah. No, he did it the right way. I had no idea.
Wow, that's quite a deal. So it's been about a year now. Y'all been married?
Yeah, April. It's funny because so I planned my 50th birthday party last year, and then this year the gala was on my birthday, and so he told me, and of course every time I plan something, it makes him work. So he said, "You're never allowed to plan another birthday party for yourself again." So,
what does he work here in Burleson?
He actually works out of Weatherford. He is a heavy haul driver,
okay.
And so he's on the road a lot.
Yeah. I guess he has a lot to say about the fuel prices.
Oh goodness, yes, I think we all do.
Yeah, well, I did a little pre-recorded show last week on all that, and it's even worse today than it was a week ago. I mean, the gas prices are just killing us.
Oh, yeah.
But that's for another show. We're going to talk about pleasant things today. We're going to talk about what's going on with the Burleson Area Chamber of Commerce. But today we're going to also talk about you have a position opening. We'll talk about that towards the end.
Okay.
So y'all, if you're looking for a job or you're looking for somebody else who needs a job, there may be one in your future. So anyway, let's talk about our sponsors. It's been a little while since I've said hello to them. Hello, Daniel. How you doing at CrossFit Burleson over at 317 Southwest Wilshire? So check out the webpage for all the memberships and the plans and the training regimens and whatever else. I believe right now he's in Guatemala. He's on the board of a group called Eagle's Nest, which is an orphanage in Guatemala. And they've been on the show about 3 times, and we're trying to get him on this month. So he's a very active citizen, to say the least, a leading citizen, which I'm proud of. He's a former student. Same with this next one, Shandy Stoggsdale, another former student who's been very active in real estate. She was on a couple of weeks ago, and we were talking about the real estate values in Burleson. And I guess that's something you all will keep an eye on at the chamber. I mean, I know you're not really directly involved in selling real estate, but I'm sure you get inquiries.
Oh, all the time.
Yeah, and you have to be at the speed on what's going on.
Right.
And Shandy really does a great job when she comes because it isn't just a couple of stories here or there. She has the data and the facts and what's happening with the rates and all that. So she knows what's going on. So if you're looking to move in and around this area, to talk to Shandy. She'll get you set up. And you pretty much going to have to buy it before it hits the market, is what she's telling me. So maybe that'll slow down, maybe not, but we'll see. Also, Rex Russell over in Cleburne over the Russell Wealth Group. Hit myfinancialbox.com. Hit the link. Find out all about him. He's been doing this for, since we graduated Baylor together in 84. So that's how long he's been doing it. He went to the library. I went to the golf course. So you check him out and he'll help you with your finances. Also, I bet you've been in here. We talked about this one, Gayla, over at Southern Gym. My wife works for her now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, for the summer. And then eventually my wife's going to leave BISD and she'll work more, but it's dangerous. I mean, they were kidding me about, it's dangerous to have your wife work in a jewelry store. She comes back, this is so nice. This is so great. And I can get it on discount. And I'm like, we have to tell her no on certain occasions, and it's sad. But it's very nice jewelry. And it also gives repairs, cleaning, appraisals, the whole 9 yards. It's complete jewelry services. Also, Hotworks over in 731. What is the name of that plaza over there that says Kroger's and Hotworks and Chicken Salad Chick? Is there a name to that plaza?
I don't think there's a name.
Yeah, I just call it over by the theater and by Kroger's. Yeah. But, I've gone over there 2-3 times for a little sponsor care, if you will, and just check out what's going on. And they got a really nice setup. I mean, all these different programs, and to do it through infrared, so it maximizes the workout effect.
Oh, wow.
And you don't, it's not like lift and iron. It's, aerobics, Pilates, rowing, biking, all these different things. Some of them I'm not familiar with even, but they got people to help you with that. Also, this is somebody I just picked up in the last week. Another friend of mine from, do you know BNI Networking Group? Do you know that group?
Sure.
Yeah. Gayla and Michelle of Hotworks and Mandy Harden of Creative Concepts are all BNI members with me. And hear this, Taylor, in about a week, we're going to have some Mr. Allard neighborhood swag. You want a piece of that?
We got some swag.
Yeah, we're going to have some cups and hats and that kind of stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, she does that kind of thing. And Taylor's used her, and she does really good work. And so Mandy Harden over Creative Constance could help you out with all your little advertising promotional needs. Okie dokie. Before the show, I asked you, what is your busiest time of year? And you said they're all busy.
All year.
It isn't like there's no days off. There's no time that's kind of slack for like 6 weeks or something like that. It's like 12 months, 24 hours a day, huh?
It dies down a little right after Thanksgiving, right between kind of Thanksgiving and Christmas, and then really in December it's just kind of, but it dies down as far as events goes. But that's when we clean up the year and start getting ready for the next year. So it really doesn't die down as far as office work for us.
Yeah, but in June you have a great deal of stuff going on. We were talking about that too, and it's summer is a very busy time here in Burleson. You got that hot sounds of summer, which got rained out. Did you see that?
Yes, I saw that.
I'm sad for the hot sounds, but boy, we needed the rain. But you got that going on, and you got all these events. You got the farmers market every Saturday, which is I've talked to a couple other people who've been to other farmers markets. They don't even come close to comparing to ours here. Do y'all interact with them very often?
We have not yet. That's on my to-do list. My to-do list every day gets longer and longer and longer. But yes, I have been a couple of times, and I've actually gone out when I did, purchased a few things, of course, and then invited people, hey, I'm with the chamber, and, that's a great place because we have in November, we have our Power Hills Holiday Bazaar coming up. And so that's a craft show.
Right.
And so, usually our ladies go out and they'll say, hey, we have our Holiday Bazaar coming up in November. If you're interested, you can already put your application in and reserve a spot for
Really?
that.
Okay, so you're already taking applications for a November event for the Holiday Bazaar. Where is this bazaar held?
It's going to be at Pathway this year.
Okay. Well, that's good. Their Pathways and First Baptist I don't know I think they were here or started when you were on our show last. Started that health clinic over on Haskew Street. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Well, the next round of commercials, Taylor will put it on the end. I'll describe it then. But Pathways and First Baptist are going to have a free health clinic. Awesome. Yeah, so that's very helpful. They just opened up like maybe a week or two before Memorial Day. Anyway, Chaz Forster's who you need to talk to. And he's Walnut Creek Farms, and he's kind of the anchor that whole outfit. I mean, he has his own area of sales of meat and produce, and it's good stuff. I mean, this is grown just south of here, and it's it's very good stuff. But he's the one who organizes that market.
Okay.
And so that's who you need to talk to. And
Perfect.
so you'll see him. He'll be the one filling the bags and whatever else. Beard, big guy, you'll see him.
Gotcha.
All right. Also, by the way, if you wanted to have like a space there, they do have a couple of spaces for nonprofits that kind of rotate in and out. So people can, have, they don't like it if you're selling something like it's a fundraiser, but if you want to get your name out there, you could do that.
Okay.
So anyway, that's something you can talk to about.
know.
Yeah. Anyway, back to June. What's the first thing coming up?
Okay. Well, since we have this opportunity, it's not just the chamber stuff that I'd like to promote. It's
Sure.
stuff, like our members have events and stuff too.
great.
So June the 7th, which is tomorrow, we First United Methodist Church is doing their Summer in the Sanctuary. And so it's just, an opportunity for families to get together outside of the sun and come and, they're going to have different activities and stuff like that. So that'll be fun.
It's just kind of like a little carnival thing, just to get together, fellowship.
Yeah, fellowship, get together, do something with your kids where it's not so hot outside.
I will bet a whole $1 Stephen Carl Jansen will have some food out there. He's a chef.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's not a professional chef, but he's a well-respected amateur chef. And he has a book coming out in a few months, a cookbook. And so, it'd be interesting. I bet he'll be out there.
Oh, I bet that would be
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But so it's tomorrow at First United Methodist.
First United Methodist. Yeah, you can go onto our website, the Burleson Chamber, and click on events, and then it'll show you all the calendar of events up there.
So that kind of is a side question. So let's say I am a member of the chamber and I wanted to promote myself on your page. There's an opportunity for that, is there not?
Oh, absolutely. You have your own page on our site.
Is that right?
That you manage. You can add content on there if you're hiring. If you are doing an event, you can put all that up there, put it on our calendar. If you're doing let's say you're a boutique or something and you have buy 2 pair of pants, get 1 for free. You can put that under our hot deals. There's absolutely opportunity for you to promote yourself.
Well,
on
that's
site.
really good. Maybe on our next visit, we can explore your website and maybe I'm not really prepared today as well as I should be for that, but maybe next time Taylor can get up on the screen and we can scroll through it and can show us all the various things are on. Well, he's going to do it anyway. Yeah, are you going to? Okay, I could see him. He's revving it up right now. But
that's good because a lot of people ask. The first question is, what are the member benefits? What are the benefits that you get as a member? Well, you can actually go on and see where you can log in if you have a login page. We'll send you a login password, and you can actually go in and log in, and then there you can. Click on your page on our site. You can update it, have pictures and all that kind of fun stuff. You can see here we're starting to do Massey's Barbecue is the one right there, but we do
Massey's Barbecue. You mentioned before about Todd Massey. He was the reverend, I suppose, of your wedding.
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah. So we do a business spotlight every week, and that's on my to-do list as well. Massey's been up there. Now it's time to change that. We'll do another business spotlight. Usually our diplomats go out and do that, and so they go in and they'll sit down with our members and do a brief little 5-10 minute interview, and we'll post it up there, and then we'll put it on our website or on our YouTube page and our Facebook page and all that kind of stuff. So this is really, there's a plethora of information up here.
Yeah, there is.
You can see our June 9th is our BACC Annual Golf Classic.
Okay.
That's this Thursday.
That's this Thursday. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, where at? Which one?
Southern Oaks.
Southern Oaks,
Yes,
okay.
This year's going to be at Southern Oaks.
Okay. That's a nice course.
It really is.
And I like Hidden Creek as well. I'm not a big golfer because it takes a lot of time, money, and effort to golf. But we're very fortunate in this community to have 2 courses like that are accessible and well kept.
Yes.
And I know for a fact that they are, particularly the one Hidden Creek on the highway, it's a very attractive entry into Burleson, to say the least.
Right.
Because people see that and think this town's got something going on.
Oh, absolutely.
Speaking of which, I don't know if you keep up to date with this kind of stuff. A couple of years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, there was some conversation about trying to connect that golf course, Hidden Creek, to like a mini convention center. Is that still even being discussed, or is that?
I don't know about that. I think that's something you probably have to talk to the city about.
Yeah. Well, there was some discussion about connecting it with a an auditorium type of
Right.
arrangement and whatever else, and also maybe at a small hotel of sorts. Now, this is, I'm saying 5 years ago when I was talking to the former mayor about this, and I haven't heard anything else about it. So I don't know if they were just speculating or whatever, but I thought that'd be a great idea, to have some, an event center, because we don't really have a lot of places like that here in Burleson, like Cleveland does.
Right.
And we could use something like that.
Oh yeah, especially the way we're growing. That's one thing that I think we really need.
I mean, like this thing that you're doing at Pathways. I mean, we're very fortunate to have somebody willing to offer their building, but
Right.
we don't have any other places to go.
No.
I know First Baptist opened up, about 3 months ago when they did that event with the city with Alex Phillips.
The Project U?
Yes.
Yes.
So we got some good citizens, but it'd be nice to have some sort of place like that. Now, I'm talking to the mayor tomorrow, in fact, on their show. So that's just a subtle plug, by the way. But I'll ask him that too. But what else? So this golf course is this Thursday. Tell us all about that.
So the golf course is Thursday. Check-in starts at 7 and shotgun start at 8:30. We're doing a raffle. We've got a lot of great raffle items. We're doing a closest to the pin prize. That's going to be a Scotty Cameron putter. Longest drive prize is a Titleist Vokey wedge. Those of you that are golfers understand all this lingo. I do not. I'm just reading from what they gave me.
Closest to the pin is a tee shot, usually in a par 3, a short hole.
Yeah.
And they measure who gets closest to the hole on the first shot. If you get a hole in one, you win.
Right, yeah, and it's on the honor system, right?
Yeah. I mean, we're not going to get too worked up. It's a friendly match, but they'll probably have a way of measuring it of sorts.
Yeah.
But as far as the longest drive, I'm sure they'll have a way of measuring it. But I don't think we're going to have a fist fight over a putter. So.
Oh no, I don't think so either. But our raffle items, we're giving away a Titleist TSI 2 driver, bags, putters, a blue tees rangefinder, a set of 3 wedges, Callaway jaws, premium golf balls, T-shirts, logoed hat, gloves, belt, and a towel. I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Are all these provided by the chamber or by some of the patrons of the chamber?
So we have sponsors that are, for example, Texas Health Hughley Hospital Fort Worth South is actually our title sponsor for the golf tournament. Penny Johnson is actually going to come out there on Thursday. She's going to give a brief welcome and then do the prayer, and then instead of start your engines, she's going to probably say start your golf carts. And she's going to send everybody off.
So yell 4. That's what you
yeah,
should
she'll
yell.
yell 4. Yeah. So Texas Health Hughley Hospital here in Fort Worth South, they're our title sponsor. We've got HEB. We've got Frost Bank, we've got Sierra Bank, we've got our prize sponsors, United Cooperative Services. We've got a lot of sponsors. So
are these bigger outfits part of the chamber as well? I mean, when I think of the Chamber of Commerce of a town like Burleson, I think of individual entrepreneurs or maybe franchise holders or something like that. But I mean, is HEB a big outfit?
yeah.
They're a member of the chamber.
Yes, they're a member of the chamber.
Okay, so you get big corporate members as well.
Right. Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, I always
supporting the community.
Well, good. I like HEB. I know that I've had many former students when I was working for BISD, but worked at HEB, and they were one of the better employers for kids, for teenage kids, because they were cognizant of the fact that they had high school,
Right.
But anyway, so it sounds like you get all this stuff. What's the turnout been so far, or the sign-up turnout?
So far, we have 22 teams, so that's good.
Is that good? Okay, that's a good number.
For us, yeah.
So that's about 88 people. Is it too late to sign up?
You can sign up today. This afternoon is the end. I've got to have everything turned on. I've got to have it turned in this afternoon.
So this will. Hopefully somebody hearing it live or just this on YouTube, they'll be able to get a hold of it. I'm sure you've been advertising the heck out of it on the page and whatever else. But 22 teams is pretty good.
Yeah, that is pretty good.
Yeah, and what is this event for? I mean, is it a fundraiser for the chamber itself?
Yes, it's a fundraiser for the chamber itself. It's one of our largest ones. We're starting to. A couple of things that we're doing different is we're actually teaming up with our members and just providing opportunities, not necessarily charging for the events, but this one, our largest ones, we are.
No problem. well, next time you come, why don't you bring one of these newer members, and we'll have a chair set up for him, and Dale will have him mic'd up, and he could talk about his or her business.
And that sounds like a plan.
Well, I do that with Tiffany Griffin as well. She if she can, she'll try to bring somebody that advertises in her magazine. So it's an added benefit, you might say. But so if you talk to somebody and say, hey, you can put it on the podcast, you can advertise your business. If it's HEB, I think they got plenty of advertising.
Right.
But if it, some smaller entrepreneur would be great.
Yeah, I mean, City Market's one of our biggest supporters as well.
Oh yeah.
So,
I remember it as Bransom's. Us old timers remember it. Remember the late Mr. Bransom. He was the epitome of a community citizen. I'm sure you may have heard of him, but he passed away about 22 years ago, and he was like one of the leading citizens of this town. And they've always been involved in Burleson in one fashion or another.
Right.
When I was doing student council for BHS, they were very generous on the food drives, things of that nature. So that's what I think that's what the majority of our town is. We got some really good community-oriented people.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, I love this community, just the support that it gives back to each other. The businesses supporting the businesses is just amazing to me.
Yeah, and I think they take the shopping local pretty seriously.
Yes.
Yeah, and because I when we do Christmas shopping, I tell my wife, let's shop local. I mean, they pay our taxes,
Right.
So,
yeah. And Alex at Economic Development, I mean, him and his group, they're so good about really sending out the support for Shop Local and doing campaigns. And I mean, they're just listen. The cities, I've had nothing but great positive things.
So you interact with the city a lot,
I do.
though. So
Yes,
it's always been, and it's mostly Alex and Drew Pennywheel.
Yeah.
So and it's all been.
It's all been great.
Do you ever deal with like Joni Vanoy and
Oh yeah.
She was on the
Joni,
show.
yeah.
She and Mary Slaney on the show about a month ago, and that girl's a live wire.
She is hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't even you can't help but just laugh every time you're with Joni. Just the things that, and then you get her, Alex, Andrew together, and it's just like brother and sister.
Well, I'm going to have her on, I think, in July. I mean, we'd said about every 2 or 3 months have her, and if possible, Mary Slaney come on. Depends. It's hard to kind of book guests sometimes with the vacations, but that's
Right.
fine. But so, when you deal with the city, I mean, what do you want from them, and what do they want from you?
With us, it's just more of a partnership. I mean, it's what can we do to help you guys, and and in turn, what can you guys do to help us? And
what can the city do to help the Chamber of Commerce?
Just helping us get out there more. We've got a few relationships and stuff to kind of rebuild and really start working on that. And the city's been such they've been big supporters of us and really getting behind with me in this new position and really showing support. And they've been the first ones to step up and say, hey, Gabrina, whatever you need, let us know. We're more than happy to help you. If I go to them and say, hey, toss around ideas. What do you think about this? Yes, I think that would work. Or no, I don't think that would work. Or it would work if you tweaked it this way. And they've just been great.
Well, that sounds like them.
Oh,
it really does. Everybody I've ever spoken with about Alex and Drew and Joni all say the same thing, that we're exceptionally fortunate to have them working for the city, not just as a an employee, but working on our behalf as a city.
Exactly.
And I think it means that they mean what they're doing.
Yeah, and I mean, the mayor's been great to work with and very supportive too, and even Brian Langley. I mean, I remember, when I did the first, luncheon where I had to get up and speak, and I was nervous, and afterwards he came up to me and introduced himself, and he was the first one. Hey, great job. If you ever need anything, please reach out to us. Let us know. And they've just been real accommodating and real supportive. And so I think that that the relationship between the chamber and the city is very vital in the community.
Yes.
And I love the way that it's going and the direction it's heading.
Well, that's good to hear. It really is. So like when Alex and Drew are talking with potential business that's moving in, they can drop your name in the hat. So,
Absolutely.
And vice versa. But you're not as involved with the recruiting of businesses as one might think. I mean, you're more like when they come here, you try to integrate them into the community, but you're not out there trying to solicit business from like somebody in Louisville or somewhere else and to move to Burleson.
Right. No.
You know, that's
no,
not your thing.
No.
Well, it's just right now, since it's just you don't need any more,
Right.
more on your plate. But I'm glad to hear that, because, you know, some of these chambers of commerce, you know, are not as effective as this one.
Right. Right.
And I've heard that from several people. Because, you know, do you have members that are members of multiple chambers?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Absolutely.
And I know a couple that are like in Cleburne or others, and they're like, they're fine, but this one is got it going on, kind of thing.
Yeah.
This is one really promotes my business.
I mean, I have to brag on our city, and I have to brag on the board of directors for the chamber. I mean, you know, I'm on a Facebook page for chamber professionals, and there's not a day that doesn't, you know, that goes by that there's not some complaint about their board or something like that. And I'm so thankful for the board of directors that I have, because they just, you know, they're very supportive, and they're very encouraging, and, you know, they basically just say, hey, whatever you want to do it. You know, if it works, great. If it doesn't, we'll do something different.
Ryan Anderson's still the president,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Is this a rotating position?
It is.
Okay.
It is. Yeah, Ryan will be past chair, and then next year Kendall Frazier with Frostbank will be the chair. Yeah,
that's handy.
Yeah.
Do you have business members that are outside of Burleson that are members of the chamber?
We do. We have, you know, some that are in Fort Worth and all over.
Is it because they want access to the Burleson markets, or are the Burleson residents that work in Fort Worth? Or
some of them are Burleson residents that work in Fort Worth, and some of them are, you know, just, hey, you know, you've got a great city there, and we'd love to support you, and you know, so yeah, it's
like
awesome.
the BNI group I'm in. We have Burleson people, but we also have Crowley. We have Mansfield, we have Arlington, and they want to be part. Not just for the economic benefit,
right,
which is part of it certainly, but they hear all these things about the community aspect, and they want a piece of that, because they don't get that in a lot of other communities. I mean, they're not being mistreated, but it's just very impersonal.
Right, right.
And y'all have developed a reputation now as a chamber that you're going to be supportive of them and their businesses.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I mean, I was talking just a few minutes ago about how we're teaming up with our local businesses to provide, you know, content and information. You know, we have June the 18th, we've teamed up with Melrose CPR, and we're going to be providing a free CPR class for 15 of our members. You know, that's not costing them anything. That's not costing us anything. But again, we're teaming up with one of our members, you know, and just saying, hey, let's team up together. Let's put our stamp on it. Let's put your stamp on it. We're showing that we support our members, and it's not costing anything, you know?
Yeah.
And that goes back to kind of, you know, our golf tournament. That's a fundraiser for the chamber. That way we can do stuff like this to provide free content or something like that.
And
for
it keeps the
members.
dues down.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's important, you know, and particularly in this economy. But before we go to commercials, you got any more events we got several more.
Well, we just have two more.
Two more.
On
we'll
June
do one
14th,
of them, and they'll do the other one on the other side.
Perfect. June 14th, we have a Pump Up the Blood with Texas Health Burleson. They're having a blood drive from 9 to 2. If you go, you could receive a $25 gift card, or I'm sorry, $25 gas card.
Ooh, you're going to need that.
Yes, you're going to need that. You know, so as long as supplies last, and that's
You
going
talk
to
about
be
gas or cards?
gas, right? Both. That's going to be at 2750 Southwest Wilshire. So
What business is that exactly?
it's the Texas Health Burleson.
That's what I
Yeah,
thought. Okay.
yeah. They're going to have. I think it's Carter.
I'm sure
Yeah.
it's Carter, because
Yeah.
that's the local outfit, and
Yeah.
you know, and they do all these blood drives. They do
Right.
it for the schools. I was part of that as well, and so that's a good thing, and they need it because it's always a need for blood. But the $25 gift card for gas 2 years ago would fill you up. Now it'll get you down to the end of the block, but
It gets you a quarter of a tank.
yeah. Oh, yes. But I'll save that for another show as well. Anyway, let's talk about some of the sponsors here. Here's somebody you know well, I'm sure, Otto at Our Place. He's been a great sponsor for me personally, but he also has been a great citizen. He does a lot of these kind of contributions to these events and whatnot. And I do all my business there, so to speak. You know, when I meet BNI members or meet potential sponsors or current sponsors, that's where we do it. And it's just a very comfortable place to do business. And I guess, you have to make the rounds, all your members, right?
Right,
But
right.
I'm sure you've been there a couple of times at
Oh,
least.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But he's a very fine man. And also, thank you to Wild Cigar and Culture. He's got stuff going on this weekend. I know they get some big party that, so to speak, this weekend at the Wild Cigar and Culture. It's I believe it's like a tiki event, tiki torches and all that business.
Fun.
I believe this is the weekend, but I know it's coming. Anyway, he's another former student, Chris is, and he's if he isn't a member now, you got to shake him down, be a member. He's very community oriented, I'll put a bug in his ear about it. But have you been there before?
I have not. I need to go.
You do?
I need to go.
Well, when you go there, the best time to honestly catch him is probably on the weekends because he has a real job, so to speak. But he also has a management group out there. So go out there and you can visit with them. I don't know if you're a cigar smoker. How about your husband?
He can be.
Okay, you will be now.
He will be.
Well, also if you have a cigar smoker in your life, you can buy him a gift card. And also it's a very nice bar. You get a decent drink and quiet place to do business. It's a good place. Also, thank you to Proactive Payment Solutions, Antonio Salo, another former student. I got 4 former students that sponsor. So it's not that it's a requirement, but I'm very honored by that. But Proactive Payment Solutions, what Antonio does is point of sales operations. Does like, you can do transactions online at the point of sale, even if you're not at your business and things of that. And also can help you with the invoicing and the bill arrangements and the whole shooting match about running a business online. So it's a kind of streamline that for you, find you the best rates, the best deals. So check out his webpage, proactivepaymentsolution.com, and talk to Antonio. And we have Local Life, which I'm sure you know well. Tiffany will be on probably in about 10 days. The magazine it may be there now. I know they mailed it Friday. So it may be, you may have it now, the June issue. And the locallifetx.com is up. You can check out not just what's on the issue, but also some special deals and sales. And Local Life does really good work for us. And I'm very honored to be part of her little outfit. And, I don't know if other communities have this kind of coverage between the chamber and between Local Life and other things like it, but we seem to have a fairly healthy outreach to the citizens and to the businesses, and she's a big part of that. Also, you got there you go. This is what this is the CPCN is the Charity Physicians Network, and they have put up a free health clinic on Haskew. Now, if you don't know exactly what it is, it's behind QT. There's a couple of new buildings going up due east of it. All right, and it's on the northeast corner of the Baptist Church parking lot. It used to be, I'm a member of that church, so it used to be our Promises building until we built that one on Renfro. And so that building was used for various things. Now there's a doctor's office. There's 3 examination rooms. There's like a teledoctor kind of setup. There's a conference room, and it's not meant for like Medicaid. It's meant for working people without insurance. So that's what they're really focusing on. It's like because if you have Medicaid, for better or for worse, you have coverage.
Right.
A lot of people have jobs, they don't have coverage, but they don't qualify for Medicaid.
Right.
And so this is for you or your family. Kids are very much included. The only thing that I would caution about it isn't a walk-in clinic. It isn't like you walk in and somebody's there waiting. They try to schedule certain days for certain types of examinations, like pediatrics on one day and women's health issues on another day, and maybe general practitioner on another day, because these physicians are donating their time and also some of the equipment and all this other business. So that's a really great thing. It opened up, I want to say late April, early May. I say early May. So I don't know do y'all have nonprofits in the chamber?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Do they get a discounted fee? I hope. Yeah, most people do that. That'd be a good one to talk to.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know anything about that. I mean, we don't have insurance at the chamber. Medical insurance.
Right.
And so it's
yeah, that's an issue. But
yeah,
but if you don't have any other type of coverage, you'd qualify.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know several people that, you think, well, surely you have coverage. I mean, you got a professional job,
No.
and that doesn't happen.
No.
And, particularly for these smaller entrepreneurial outfits that
Right.
maybe have 1 or 2 employees.
It's so expensive.
It is. It's incredibly expensive. As one who paid for 2 children and whatnot, and I'm on the TRS insurance, and it's okay.
Right.
It is what it is. But if I weren't, I'd be in a world of hurt. So I'm glad they're around. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. You had one more event, you said.
Yes. Okay. So our network at night, originally scheduled for June 14th at the Waverly Apartments, has moved. The Waverly had to cancel, but we have Gandy Inc. that has stepped up, and they are actually going to be hosting the network at night on June 14th at Moon Tower Pizza from 5:30 to 7.
Yes, I love Moon
5:30
Tower
to
Pizza.
7.
I really do. It's
Yeah.
go in there and I say, I know this song.
Exactly. Yeah, just the old retro.
Yeah,
hippie type
and
stuff.
I really do like their pizza.
Yeah, it's good.
And you get a very laid back experience, and
yeah,
I enjoy it. They're members too.
Oh yeah, and then
okay.
Amber, she serves on our board of directors. And,
Is she now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and they're big supporters of the chamber, so.
Yeah.
Yes, so
Why don't you bring Amber on the show? I've met her a couple of times, when I was been there just chit chatting, and she, not to sound egotistical, but some people know me that I don't know because of school.
Right.
They heard, oh, I know who you are. You taught at the high school, even if I didn't have you. And I'm like, the name sounds familiar, but that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, but that'd be great because
Yeah.
I like those kind of businesses. Those are the kind of businesses I like to patronize.
Okay.
Like our place, like Moon Tower, and there's others all over this town.
Right.
I'm not really bashing the chains. I mean, but if I'm going to get barbecue, I want to get a guy that's his shop as opposed to a chain.
Right.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
And particularly if they're in town, because they, like I said, they do pay our taxes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So what do you do at these events? This one that's going to be at Moon Tower, what happens there?
It's a networking event, and basically you come in, and if you're, just a member, it's free to members, and you come in and just network around. And Gandy Inc. is going to be the host. So basically, what they
I'm not familiar with that business.
Oh, Gandy Inc. They are new to the chamber and new to Burleson. They provide T-shirts and caps and stuff like that.
Well, that's good. I have a sponsor though that does that. But anyway,
yeah, you do.
But
So Gandy Inc. has stepped up, and they're going to be hosting the network at night. And so basically what they'll do is people come in and they'll just kind of chit chat, and then usually about 6 or 6:15 we'll have whoever the host is for the night. We'll have them come up and give a little 10-15 minute speech about what they do, their business, why they chose Burleson, what got them started. Then we'll have a couple of raffle items, and it's usually light hors d'oeuvres, and then they serve one alcoholic beverage and then tea or water if you're not a drinker, and then everything after that is cash bar.
Yeah.
So we're looking, we're full for 2022 as far as our network at night event hosts, and so we're already starting to start booking for 2023.
Are guests allowed, or you need to be a member?
No, guests are allowed, absolutely, because that's a great way. That's a great place for you if you're not a member to come in and talk to members to say, hey, are you happy with the chamber? What have they done for you? What could they improve on? Listen, I'm all about being transparent. If there's something that we need to do that we're not doing, I want to know about it. And so in order to make us better, I love constructive criticism, because we're never going to get better if we don't know what we're not doing right.
But just hope it's done appropriately.
Right.
Yeah. But it sounds like a lot of fun. It really does.
It really is.
And I'm sure the chamber has been a conduit for many strong friendships over the years.
Yes.
It's like that B&N group. I become friends with these people.
Right.
I didn't know them a year ago. And so you join the chamber. It's also not just networking, but it also is you become personally attached.
Right.
And find out about their families, and you find out about what's going on in their lives and things of that nature. And that's a good thing. I might have to drop by that one. I like Moon Tower. How long have you lived in Burleson?
I've been here since 2008.
Okay, see that building, us old timers remember several different things. It used to be an event place. I've been to a couple of wedding receptions in there.
Oh, wow.
And when I was in school, we had a couple of dances there and stuff like that. It was a part of what they called Nashville But used to be right beside it, what's now games and such as that, used to be an antique mall.
Oh, wow.
And they owned and operated that thing. And so you could have Christmas parties, Halloween parties, you name it. And that was a pretty well-known destination for that kind of thing here in town. So it's nostalgic for a lot of the old timers.
Well, you say old timers, and the decor inside it kind of reflects that too, with the music. And,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it really hadn't changed that much. I mean, they had a lot of that same setup, but it's kind of interesting because I've been here since 90. Well, I've taught here since 88, and I lived here since 91. And now I'm an old timer, but there's people here that, no, boy, you're just a kid, because just all these people that lived here all their lives. But it really has changed dramatically.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the Chamber of Commerce was like 30 years ago, but I know now it's much bigger, much more professional.
Right.
Is your background in this? I mean, did you train to do this, or did you say this was a good place to integrate in the community and they're hiring? So.
Well, no, my background, I got my degree from the University of Texas at San Antonio, and I got it in communications with emphasis on public relations.
Oh, well, there you are.
Yeah, but I basically owned my own business for a while. I worked with the NFL athletes. I was the personal assistant to a bunch of NFL players.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I bet you got stories, but I'm sure all good.
Yeah. Yes. And then, I actually was living in Grapevine, and my rent was about to go up, and I saw that they were going to start building the 114, 121 overpass. And I thought, I'm not living under a bridge in an apartment. So I drove out here, and I went to go look at a house in Cleburne because my mom said, oh my gosh, Gabrina, Cleburne, that's great. They have a rodeo out there. It looks really cute. I went, and the house I looked at was falling down.
You're
and
right.
I started crying, and I called Mom, and I said, Mom, this isn't going to work. And then I found a duplex, and I rented it, and I called her back an hour later, and I said, guess what I just did? She said, oh, you sound better. I said, I just rented a duplex in Burleson. She said, you what? So, and that's how I got here.
Well, and I'm not Cleburne, but Burleson, if you want to live in this county, this is where you need to live.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot more going on here.
Right.
And now I have a couple of friends that are active in chamber type events over there, and they're really doing their best to try to get that downtown square up and running more than it is. But and since we don't have that kind of courthouse square, we kind of adopted Old Town for that, have we not?
Right.
But you don't just represent Old Town. You represent anybody in this community.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then we support. I mean, I'll go to some Cleburne events. I'll go to Alvarado events. I'll go to, Keene Chamber events and stuff like that. I mean, yes, my main focus is Burleson, but hey, listen, we share a lot of the same members, and I just, if our members are sponsors of other chambers events, I mean, I want to go and support them just like I'd like for them to support us.
So you don't go there and slide them a card under, nothing like that.
No.
Here, just call this number here, and if you want a real chamber business, blah blah blah, nothing like that.
No.
So you don't see them as competitors, but
I do
colleagues.
Not. Exactly. And it's the same thing like with Burleson. There's a lot of competitors here, but they uplift each other. They support each other. There's plenty to go around.
That's what I'm thinking too. I mean, we got, how to tactfully put this. There have been an occasion where people get a little bit like, do we really need another one of these in this town?
Right.
And the answer I always say is obviously yes, because somebody's going to put their money into this kind of situation unless they see the need for it and the possibilities. And I know some chambers, not this one certainly, but I've heard of some chambers that are, kind of clubbish, and they, and they're not real keen on trying to get business into town and whatever else. But here, it's I think the people compete, but they're not cutthroat.
Right. Right.
You want people to use your business instead of that one, but you're not going to drag down the other business to do it.
Right.
I mean, that's a good thing. It sure saves a lot of grief.
Yeah. And it just shows, it goes back to character, I mean, the back of my personal business card says, building relationships off of honesty, integrity, and trust. And that's how I do business.
Now, how long have you been president? About a year now, right?
No, officially since January.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I was interim starting in August of last year.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of which, you had a change just recently from our last time we visited. You want to tell us about that?
Yes. Well, my sidekick, and everybody knows because every time we talk, I was saying, I couldn't do this without her. Well, I'm going to have to. Michelle has taken a position with her fiance at his welding shop in Fort Worth. And so he asked her and he's needing some help. And I mean, that's her forever,
Right,
and so
right.
I can't blame her.
Sure.
I love her. I support her. I want the best for her, But that being said, I'm by myself, so I'm asking for a little bit of grace and compassion, and if things don't get done in the manner that we're used to, just have a little bit of patience with me. We are hiring for a creative and communications coordinator. So if you guys know anybody, when I get back this afternoon, I'm actually going to post that job on our website. I'm going to send it out on our e-blast and also through Facebook. And so just have people send their resumes to me.
What would you be looking for on that resume?
Basically, I need a creative mind. I need somebody that can do videos. I need somebody that can do, work in Canva and, vector files and create exactly that. You're exactly, that's how I feel. Yeah. I just know it because of the job description. Yeah. Somebody that can create posters and flyers and just help me with, the advertising and getting the name out there and just the branding, the creative side of things. That they love social media. Somebody that loves social media. I'm not a big social media person.
Do they need a degree of any kind?
No. Okay. I mean, if they have one, great. Yeah. But I mean, there's people out there that have learned just on their own that, can probably do just as well as somebody with a degree.
Would you be interested in a company doing it for you, or you want a person?
Yeah, I want a person.
Okay.
I want to make sure, the chamber's going in such a great direction. I want to make sure that we're, first and foremost on everybody's radar, and one thing that's very, very important is I'm not a micromanager, I don't want to have to sit and monitor everything you do. I've got too much to do on my plate right now. And so I need somebody that's going to go in, take initiative, chase rabbit holes and just follow them and fix them. And, somebody that I'm not going to have to worry about.
Like detail oriented.
Very detail oriented,
yes.
And think, okay, if I do this, if I'm going to put this on this Facebook page, I need to create an event. I need to put it on Instagram. I need to put it on a YouTube page. If I need to, somebody that's going to keep up with the website, I can constantly change out our videos on the website. And, and we really want to go in a new direction as far as our chamber luncheons. And, we want to do, we love the way BISD does their luncheons, with Dr. Jimerson, and they'll do a video and then he'll speak for a little bit. And, you never, I can't wait.
A little bit.
Yeah. I can't wait to go and see what kind of shenanigans they're going to pull, and
he's
so
pretty
great.
creative. There's no doubt about it.
Exactly. And so that's we want to be creative like that as well, and not so much the Charlie Brown, wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, right.
So
does this person, will he or she need to interact with the public a lot?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It would be great because, like you've seen mine and Michelle's videos that we do, we get up there and we're just real. We make mistakes and we laugh about them. And,
Well, it is a friendly group. I mean, this isn't Broadway. That's why when I mess up here on the show and Taylor's giving me a hard time,
yeah.
I remind myself this is friends and neighbors. That's why, hence the name. But I'm just saying, people find that not like a turnoff, but kind of endearing, actually.
Yeah, it just means you're human. You're approachable.
So this person, age obviously probably wouldn't be an issue, but it'd probably be younger than us because I don't know anything about this stuff, and Taylor will vouch for that. But you want somebody with experience. A degree would be nice, but not required. Do they need to live in town?
They do need to come to work every day.
Right. So it isn't something you do from home.
No.
Okay.
No. Well, I need interaction.
Right. So they're in your office is on top of Babes, right?
Yes.
And so you need so you'll be expecting that person, him or her, to come in every day.
And they will be out and about in the public because they're going to be filming, the doing the Facebook Lives for our ribbon cuttings and stuff like that. So it's not just an office position where you're going to be at the office the whole time. And then probably about August, September, we're also going to be looking for a receptionist, an admin person that's going to be sitting in that. Now that position will be in the office, and so, but both people will need to, they're going to be expected to go to our network at nights. And, next year we're going to have our Honey Tour bike rides coming back. So,
good. My dad used to do that.
Yeah. So
he's not at a place where he could do that now. He's 84. But back in the day when he was younger, he did the Honey Trail.
Yeah.
As far as like pay, et cetera, that they could find that out on their own.
Right,
You don't need to throw it out here, but you're going to be posting that position today, you said, right?
Yes, this afternoon. But if you guys know of anybody, just have them send their resume to gdaniels@burleson.org.
Okay, you did. So you changed your email even.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I know people that can do it, but I don't know if they're as available, because they're either students or whatnot.
Right.
But I bet you'll find somebody pretty quickly.
Yeah, I hope so.
Oh, I think you will. I mean, because it's a good place to work. You get to work next to babes and frescoes.
And it's a fun job.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is a fun job. If you're a people person, this is the job for you,
Well, we'll mention it tomorrow when I visit the mayor. I'll mention it if I can remember all these details. I'll try to do my best to remember about the 14th. I do a lot of these nonprofit ads for the event. So if you send us a logo for that 14th event or the golf tournament on Thursday, we could have a show tomorrow. Thursday would be too late, I guess, but at least we can get tomorrow. So send us a logo of these events and we could throw them on the ad rotation at the end. Okay. Yeah, anyway, that's just our service to the community.
Well, thank you.
All right. But let's talk about real service to the community. Let's thank our sponsors. Thank you, Daniel. Hope you're doing well down in Guatemala. Hope you and Amber and the kids are having a great time. CrossFit Burleson, 317 Southwest Wilshire. So go throw some iron, get fit, don't throw a fit. All right. Hey, that's a dumb motto, but I made it up for him. All right. Thank you, Shandy. Hope you're doing well. I know she's going to be traveling this summer. She always does a lot of traveling with her kids. So, Shandy, I hope you're doing well. Y'all looking to move in around this area, you need to get a hold of her because these houses don't stay on the market long. Also, thank you to Rex, as always, myfinancialbox.com. Hit the link, get to know him. Help you with your 401ks, your 403bs, any other alphabets you want to think of. Have a little coffee with them and he can help you out. And particularly in this economy, you might need some advice. Also, thank you, of course, to Gayla at Southern Gym. Yeah, if you're looking for a gift for mom, it's Father's Day. Dad might want a pinky ring. I don't know. But it's wedding season, it's graduations, it's all sorts of stuff going on. So check out the jewelry at the Southern Gym. It's on the top floor of the Windmiller building. Also, if you feel like a different kind of workout, HotWorks will do it for you, infrared with all the various types of formats that you may want to, experiment with, Pilates or rowing or whatever else. So HotWorks on 731 over by Kroger and the theaters and all that. I also thank you to, this new one I got to remember. I get caught up in a routine in my head. No, it's Mandy Hart and Creative Concepts. So if you're looking for any kind of promotional devices, pins, cups, hats, whatever. We got some coming up, and I'll probably get mine in a couple of weeks, so I'm looking forward to that. Be a big shot, hand out, cups and hats. All right, thank you, Mandy. Thank you to Our Place, of course, in Otto. I'll be seeing you this Thursday. My men in my Sunday school class eat there about every other Thursday morning, and, great food, great people. It really is Our Place, So thank you, Otto. Thank you to Chris over at Wild Cigar. Hope you have a fun weekend coming up. I know it's a big event. So Wild Cigar and Culture, go by and have a decent drink, decent smoke, have a conversation. It's not loud. It's not smoky. You're a good place. Thank you, Antonio, proactivepaymentsolutions.com. If you're looking to improve your online business profile and performance and your point of sales operations, talk to Antonio, and he can help you with all that at proactivepaymentsolution.com. And Tiffany, you should have today in your box, or if not today, certainly tomorrow, the Local Life magazine for the June issue. And she'll be on in about 10 days or so. Then we'll be talking about what's going on, and it's lots and lots of fun. Tomorrow I talked to the mayor. I'm going to talk about some things that are going on currently in Burleson, particularly, and also things that are going on in the state that could affect Burleson. So we'll be talking about that. And then Thursday, I'm going to be talking about the gun issue with a former student of mine, Seth Reeves, who's a teacher at Centennial, and he was a student of mine many years ago. And it ought to be pretty entertaining because he has a very different viewpoint on certain things than I do. And I'm going to try to educate the young lad, or I don't know, that ain't going to happen. He's pretty smart. But anyway, it'll be a lot of fun. So that's what's coming up this week, and I hope to see you. Thank you, Gabrina, for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
You know, the first Monday of July is like in the week of the 4th, so we need to kind of work out another time. But, you know.
Just let me know.
Okay.
I'm flexible.
And you'll have events in July, no doubt.
Oh, yeah. We're actually going to be riding in the July 4th parade. We're going to ride with Sarah King.
Yeah, the insurance.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
We're gonna have
I
a
know her
float.
too. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, great. Okay, well, thank you for coming, and thank you for listening, guys. And Taylor, good to have you back, and we'll see you tomorrow. Same place, same time.